Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on The Flash, Season 1. Now, as you know, The Flash takes place in the Arrowverse, the same universe where Oliver Queen lives and other heroes. So, the premise of Flash is meant to be about Barry Allen, who works at a crime lab, and after an accident with a device called the particle accelerator, he ends up getting superpowers. So, Harrison Wells offers Barry to become a hero, at the same time helping him to control his abilities and powers. At the same time, he meets Cisco, who's the team's tech expert, and also comes up with names for the villains and stuff. And you also have Caitlin Snow, who's also part of the team as well, and also is the brains, and also at the same time looking for her boyfriend Rodney. So what's interesting about this, the premise of the show where everyone gets superpowers reminds me a lot of Static Shock or Heroes or Generator X, where a device blows up, everyone gets abilities and powers, and so on. So the main objective is for Barry is to find out who killed his mother and solve out his father's mother's true killer. At the same time, his dad's in prison, and he wants to try and find any evidence to get him released from prison. So at the same time, Barry has to deal with dangerous metahumans and bring them back to Star Labs and put them in containment. Well, sometimes they do catch them, but usually they would end up murdered or end up getting killed by someone else. But they do manage to capture a few of them. I guess the reason why they keep a few of them alive is to make them up for next plot details. So, other villains you have for first season is Grinder, a villain who can turn into metal. You also have Rainbow Rider, who can change to people's emotions. You also have Peekaboo, who can teleport to one place to another. So pretty much you're dealing with the Metahuman or the villain of the day. At the same time we also introduced to other heroes, like Oliver Queen, who comes with Oliver to help him solve out something. And you also have Firestorm, who is actually Rodney and Professor Stein, who fuse together. So pretty much they're the Garnet version from Steven Universe. Now what's also interesting as well, the series builds up Harrison Wells perfectly as the villain, because there are episodes given the fact he's the villain. One where he stabs Simon Stagg, another episode where he says to Cisco, "Don't ever do this again," after he found out he made weapons and stuff. This obviously hints it's a threat, and he is the main villain of the show, which I'm not going to spoil who he is, so you have to find out on your own. What's also interesting as well, we're introduced to some of Barry Allen's rogues from the comics, like Captain Cold and Heatwave, a partner duo. We've also got the Trickster and his son. We've got Golden Glider. And we've also got Rainbow Rider. Now, we don't get Mirror Master, Abracadabra, or we don't get some other Flash villains as of yet. I want to see Mirror Master because he's pretty awesome. Now, what's also interesting about the show as well, Barry has feelings for Iris, but at the same time he has his friend Eddie to deal with, who she's in a relationship with. But Iris' father knows that at some point Iris is going to regret marrying Eddie, because sometimes in life we miss the opportunities we have, and sometimes they can be consequences. Now what's also interesting as well about the Flash series is it makes references and other jokes, and plus what's also great about the Flash show is it takes place with the Arrowverse. Now we all know the Arrowverse is the Batman version with Green Arrow. So Flash is meant to be the kind of guy who's meant to be kind of like Superman in a way. Now what's also interesting about the Flash TV show is that there are some really interesting episodes, and there are some that can be skipped, because we're introduced to other heroes like Ray Palmer, who's designing his Atom suit, and we also deal with Bree, who is known as Bug-Eyed Bandit, who wants to kill people for firing her, ruin her life. overreaction much. And also what's interesting, well, we've got Tina McGee, who played the same, the same actress played the character from the 1990s Flash TV show. So when I think of this first season, it's pretty good, and it does well with building up character development and setting up characters before becoming heroes and villains. So in general, thumbs up. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.